Good evening. Tonight, we are going to talk about a night the Kremlin would rather erase from memory. A night that did not begin with a formal declaration of war. A night that did not start with a speech from Vladimir Putin. A night that did not even begin on a battlefield. It began in the skies above Moscow. Skies the Kremlin has spent years assuring its citizens were unreachable. Skies guarded by layers of air defense systems so sophisticated, so costly, so day. They were meant to render the Russian capital effectively immune to modern warfare. On the night of December 10th, those skies were challenged like never before. 4 hours. Moscow faced a massive wave of Ukrainian drones, one of the largest assaults on the capital since the war began. Sirens echoed through the city. Windows shook from distant explosions. Emergency alerts lit up phones across districts long accustomed to peace. Something fragile began to crack. The conviction that the war would never touch home. That the capital remained untouchable for nearly 3 years. The Kremlin has maintained a narrative for the Russian public. Endure the hardships of sanctions and losses abroad. Because the conflict is contained far from Russia's heartland. Moscow was portrayed as sacred, safe, insulated. Delusion faced its sternest test that night. Spitter. Russia's Ministry of Defense reported intercepting nearly 3 Ukrainian drones across multiple regions between late evening and early morning. With around 40 targeted at Moscow and its surroundings. Over 22 million people. This was no mere probe. It was a calculated saturation attack designed to strain defenses, and it succeeded in disrupting the capital. Airports became the visible symbol of vulnerability. All 3 major Moscow hubs, Domodedovo and Vnukovo, were shut down for hours. Flight boards flashed cancellations and delays. Hundreds of flights were affected, stranding thousands of passengers sheltered in terminals as explosions rumbled outside. Even the plane carrying Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan was diverted. Unable to land safely in Russian airs. Quiet embarrassment for a nuclear power claiming control over its skies. Eyewitnesses described chaos, aircraft grounded, security rushing about, screens showing real-time disruptions, while official channels downplayed the threat. Minds and authoritarian systems. Narrative control is key. But when passengers see flights cancelled due to drones, the official line loses credibility. Moscow's defenses Panzer S-1 for close range, Buk and S-400 for longer. Threats are formidable, on paper, built to counter high-speed missiles and jets. Ukraine employed swarms of inexpensive, low-flying drones, approaching from varied directions. These overwhelmed radars and depleted missile stocks, where each intercept costs vastly more than the attacking drone. Russia's claims of downing most threats highlight the strain.